Hey gang, welcome back. Scott here with a new beer dissection video for you. Depending on when you're watching these videos, I know I have people watch all my videos, some just watch them sporadically at times, but I'm filming this in the end of November, almost the beginning of December. I had purchased from the Craft Beer Alliance, New York Craft Beer Alliance, I think it's their technical name. Maybe it's on here. A 24 pack. They were doing a thing for holiday called New York Beers of Holiday Cheer, and you get a big box sent to you with 24 beers, and they're from breweries all in the state of New York. Craft breweries, farm breweries, whatever category you want to put them in. So this is actually my second beer I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing all 24 for my channel, but I'm going to be doing a bunch of them. And so the first one, and they put together this nice little snippet thing, and I'm sure having it posting over my face as I edit this. The one I have today is from Prison City Brewing Company out of Auburn, New York, and I kind of chuckle a little bit because I went to school up there, and I remember driving through Auburn many times, and there literally is a prison right there. I think it's still there, unless it's not there anymore. Now there's a brewing company, but I know there was a prison there. This is their Nutcracker, their holiday ale at 5.9%. Again, I don't know why sometimes I stick the can right in front of the camera, like as if I'm not going to have it over my shoulder. Now, they give you a little snippet about the beer. This one says that it's at 5.9. Like I said, it's their winter warmer. And it says a classic winter warmer conditioned on orange zest, cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg. All right. So, that's what this one's all about. And again, it's probably perfect because it is almost December here. And that's it. But a nice snazzy can. I've never had a beer from them. Again, I don't know if I'll be doing all the beers, but it comes in a big box and there's 24 beers in there. And I guess they all contribute. I have beers from Lake Placid where I've actually went to brew. I've been up there many times having beer from Lake Placid Pub and Brewery. And Long Island, I'm down here on Long Island, so there's some breweries here from Long Island. So far, so good with this pack. All right, so let's crack this bad boy open and see what it's all about. So, again, what did they say? Nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, orange zest. So you kind of got a lot of the holiday spices in there. Okay. What else does it say? Brewed and canned in Auburn, New York, holiday ale. Winter warmer brewed with cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and orange peel. Exactly what it says on the thing. And wow, it's a pretty looking beer as I'm pouring it out here. Okay, I'm not going to pour it all in right now. I got my regular tulip glass here. So let's take a look at this. About a ½ inch of a light tan beige head. Looks like it's pretty supportive. It's giving me that little bit of that espresso crema on top. Skooma. So, very nice. Color-wise, it's kind of a dark amber, light copper color. Reasonably clear, other than a couple of my nucleation bubbles here on the glass. Pretty clear. Again, darker amber, light copper color. Very pretty looking beer. All right, so let's take a sniff of the aroma. Okay, so I'm immediately getting the ginger, and they said ginger in here, right? Yeah, they said ginger, right? There's nutmeg. I do cook with nutmeg, believe it or not. I don't get much orange. They did say there was some orange peel, but sometimes, the aromatics on the orange peel, when they're actually using it, like even my wit beers, you don't necessarily get like blasted, like you're smelling orange juice or anything like that anyway. Very subtle. But there is nutmeg and cinnamon. It's almost like, they said cinnamon on there, right? Cinnamon. I want to say, what's that beer? I'm trying to remember what beer it is. I'm not going to remember. Maybe I'll do a voiceover on the audio when because it will come to me. It's kind of like maybe it's Anchor's Christmas Ale that I'm thinking of. But yeah, nice nutmeg. The malt is kind of like a medium toast bread crust. Okay, on the nose. But yeah, you get that classic, spices like making Christmas cookies, with the nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger. Again, I don't get much orange. Okay, unless the orange peel is contributing to some of the color, I don't pick up the orange, but that doesn't mean too much, okay? A lot of these too, when they blend in, they're just kind of giving you a profile on the aromatics and the flavor, but it's not like you're necessarily going to pick up one element all the time with it, but you can usually, if you think hard, like if I sat with this beer for 10 minutes, I'd probably get everything, but I'm not getting the orange right now. But all in all, it's actually kind of got like a, we don't perceive sweetness on the nose, but you kind of get this impression that when you taste it, go for that first sip, I'm going to be getting a little bit of some residual sweetness, but we'll see. It may be drier than I think. All right, so a very pretty looking beer, guys. And they call it a winter warmer. I mean, it's a little lower in alcoholic strength than I would think for a winter warmer, but, you know, that's fine. I'm not going to judge the beer one way or the other with that, but you just should know. All right, so anyway, guys, let's take a swig of this. Wow. A little colder than I would like it. I've done that last couple of beers I've reviewed. Kind of medium, normal kind of carbonation. But I'm getting that, even on the aftertaste, I'm actually commenting on here first. Get that ginger. And I keep wanting to say cinnamon. There is cinnamon in there, okay. And nutmeg, you know, you can definitely taste. I use nutmeg in this Italian recipe I have. Believe it or not, use a little nutmeg in there. There's a little bit of a, you almost get like a little bit of a puckering tartness. It's not necessarily the bitterness per se. It's pretty low bitterness, low to moderate bitterness. But maybe it's coming from the orange peel. Maybe that's where I'm getting that little bit of a, like almost a pithy, you know, like the orange pith or grapefruit pith, kind of tartness that way. That's what you're getting there. Not much residual sweetness. I thought it was actually going to be a little sweeter with like, you know, a little bit more residual, you know, maybe not as attenuated, leaving a little bit of residual sweetness there, but it's drinking pretty dry, kind of light to medium bodied. We'll say medium bodied. Carbonic bites there, kind of thins it out a little bit. So like, again, the body's kind of medium bodied, no astringency from the alcohol, no solventy stuff. I'm not getting any alcoholic warmth, which is good, and I wouldn't usually get it at 5-something%. Pretty nice. I mean, on the malt, on the taste buds, you're still kind of getting that toast, medium toast, bread crust, a little bit of like a lighter challah bread kind of crust, you know, that Maillard reaction, chewy, you know, bready type of flavor on there. But again, not much as far as hop character to this. But because it's probably being overpowered a little bit by the ginger cinnamon, nutmeg combo. But again, I'm getting that little bit, even as on the aftertaste here. I think that's where the orange is coming in. I think it's where I'm perceiving some of that orange peel. I think it's giving a little bit of that pithy kind of tartness, puckering, almost like there's some tannin bite to it, like you're drinking wine. But still kind of nice. It is, you know, drinking like, I think it's Anchor's Christmas Ale, that this kind of is a lighter version, meaning lower in alcoholic strength than that. But it kind of gives me memories of that beer, and I think I reviewed that one not that long ago. Nice though. I mean, you know, if you think of Christmas, I'm thinking of this beer right now because you got everything. You got nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger. You know, your ginger cookies at Christmas time, with enough of a malt backbone that you're kind of adding a little bit of that bready, toasty. There's even a little bit of like a dark fruit, like a raisin kind of note to it also that I'm getting. Probably with the spices and the malt backbone to it, you kind of get that. Pretty nice, guys, though. I've never had this. I've never had a beer from this brewing company, even though when I was a student up there, I did craft beer and microbreweries. The boom wasn't up there that much. So if I'm up in that area, I'm definitely going to check them out. It's pretty nice. Anything else on here that I'd like to say? Prison City Brewing Company. So again, there is a prison literally in town that I drove by many times. So anyway, guys, listen, I mean, grade-wise with this, I'm going to give it a good, I'm going to even say A-. I'm kind of enjoying this for, that holiday type of beer sipper, even though it's a lower strength than a lot of your, like a barley wine or something like that. You can probably drink more than one of these and not feel like you're being annihilated. But I think if you're looking for a kind of like, I believe, the base beer is probably more of an amber ale, American amber ale, low bitterness. You're not getting much hops here, which is not that important. Maybe it's slightly fruity, the hop. Yeah, slightly fruity there. But you get that ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg. It's pretty nice. It is kind of a Christmas in a can here. As if we were having like pumpkin pie in a can with our pumpkin beers. So if you like beer spice with nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, which many times around the holiday time people do, and they're nice sippers, whether they're at 5.9%, like this one is, or they're at 10%, pretty nice. I got to say, so far the beers I've done that I have done reviews on, even though I'm not going to review all 24 beers probably on my channel, this is pretty nice. So like I said, I'll just say, listen, I'm going to even say A- for overall drinkability, enjoyability. If I was going to compare it to a million other holiday ales out there, I'd bring it down to maybe like a B+. But definitely nice. Again, I didn't say it was very low bitterness. Even though there is that pithiness, maybe from the orange, a little bit slightly astringent, but not off the charts that you would be really not enjoying this. This is actually drinking pretty nice. So anyway, guys, today's beer dissection was from Prison City Brewing Company here in New York, craft beer, and out of Auburn, New York, called their Nutcracker, their holiday ale. Again, another one I got to recommend. It's really drinking very nicely. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer. If you're not into nutmeg, cinnamon, cinnamon, nutmeg, what am I missing? Ginger in your beers, you may not like this, but the nice, good holiday ale, I would definitely check it out. Anyway, guys, till next beer dissection video in general, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.